New York Lawyers for the Public Interest was founded in 1976, along with this second wave of civil rights law firms that were inspired by the unique challenges of urban life and a whole new set of legal rights that were begging for public interest lawyers to defend them. NYLPI's founders had a broad vision of social justice work and a dedication to creating more of a culture of pro bono service.
Many of the issues that we are addressing for our clients are ones that get forgotten about.
Here at New York Lawyers for the Public Interest, we have a program called UndocuCare, where we help undocumented, uninsured immigrants with serious and chronic health conditions access full, comprehensive state-funded Medicaid.
It's a multifaceted project where we're doing a lot of community outreach and going to hospitals, transplant centers, to let them know and to get the word out in the community that there are, options for certain folks. And we work specifically with folks who have serious health conditions.
I got sick. I got a pain. It was so bad. I had to be taken to the hospital. There, they went through all kind of tests on me. They came back with the result and told me, "Miss Childman, how are you living? Your kidney is not working."
Most of our clients have end-stage renal disease, and emergency Medicaid very explicitly excludes organ transplants from being covered. And so a lot of our clients, they're lucky they're getting their dialysis, but it completely precludes them from getting an organ transplant, which is really what they need to become healthy, functioning people.
New York Lawyers for the Public Interest over the last year or two has really been helping us to try to get insurance for some of the patients who thought to be ineligible.
Now I may have another support system where I can complete this job and take care of these patients.
The New York lawyers have helped me very much. They did all my paperwork, they asked questions, and they sent it in for me. I am sitting here in your presence. I'm a holder of a green card. On my own, I couldn't do that. They helped me tremendously.
We want to make people have access to this life-saving treatment. We want to help people live healthier lives.
Well, I thank God for New York lawyers. The transplant list is new to me. I'm just working with the doctors and my lawyers and my caregivers. But I'm doing much better now. New York lawyers, they opened a new door for me.
Anything that I didn't know, any questions, any concern, they did everything thoroughly, lovingly.
We want to make sure that the undocumented community in New York City is aware that they might have access to Medicaid, that they might have access to an immigration benefit, and that we're here to provide that service.
Every human being has a right to be a part of society, whether it be language or whether it be physical. Everyone has that right. And when they're not given that right, they are made to feel less than a human being, less a part of society.
Access2Ride is a paratransit system in New York City. It provides transportation for individuals with disabilities who are unable to take public transportation, whether it's the train or the buses.
We saw an enormous need amongst our clients who wanted to travel freely and equally around New York City and use Access2Ride just as non-disabled people use the subway and the bus, and who couldn't because none of its materials were available in any language other than English.
Yo he tenido la necesidad de recurrir transporte del Access2Ride, puesto de que yo he tenido series de complicaciones de salud. Soy sobreviviente de cáncer 2 veces. Yo he tenido dos cirugías de la rodilla, en lo cual en algunas estaciones de tren no hay elevadores y yo no puedo accesar a eso, puesto de que me molesta mi rodilla y también al momento en ciertas condiciones que me dan mareo, me he sentido muy discriminada, puesto de que dado a la barrera del idioma, y por lo tanto ellos no me han dado el acceso al servicio.
Access2Ride was not providing any language services to individuals who are limited English proficient. They either spoke very little English or could not speak English or understand English at all.
They couldn't make reservations on the phone. They couldn't fill out applications. They couldn't understand the questions that they needed to become eligible. The Transit Authority was violating people's civil rights and discriminating against them on the basis of their disability and on the basis of their national origin.
We had our clients involved at every stage of this process. It was through them that we first learned about this issue and that we were able to sort of learn the scope of the issue.
對於我係低收入 同埋我有殘弱兒童嘅話，有一個自閉症細路仔嚟講嘅話，係咪？如果冇 SSRI 嘅話，係咪？我帶我自己嘅細路仔殘障兒童嘅話去醫院去睇醫生或者咩嘅話，每一次嘅話我都在恐懼之中啊！即係講再擔心佢會跳落嗰個地鐵站啊，同埋嘅話壓力冇安全感啊！冇翻譯嘅時候，我會覺得好無助。就算有呢個服務嘅話，係咪？但係我用唔到，因為嘅話語言問題。
They stood up for themselves and have represented a class of people in the same situation. It's a really brave and remarkable thing that they did to carry this case forward. The New York City Transit Authority signed a settlement agreement, and it requires them to provide all their services in languages that writers need, both for documents, for the telephone, for assessments, for appeals, for eligibility.
The compliance section of the settlement agreement that we've submitted to the federal court is going to provide a state-of-the-art compliance program for language access by the Access-a-Ride program in New York City.
The work that we did on Access-a-Ride with Jenner and Block is an amazing example of the kinds of ways that we partner with the private bar. This very unique model that we have really pioneered to use law firms and in-house counsel in this symbiotic relationship.
NYLPI is coming up on its 40-year anniversary, and it's 40 years of close partnership with the very best firms in New York. It's a partnership that's given NYLPI unparalleled access to pro bono resources, and it's turned out to be critical for many of the big wins that NYLPI has had over the years.
As we launch our 40th anniversary year, we are excited to look back and reflect on our great partnerships with the private bar and with communities and the impact that we have collectively had. But we are also eager to look forward to the future, to the change that we will bring together in creating a more just New York.
NYLPI 嘅律師經過咗努力嘅話，而改變嘅 SSRI， 我會覺得每日都好美麗啊！唔會驚嘅話，係咪打咗冇人識聽自己講乜嘢？
El grupo de abogados para interés público me ha ayudado bastante porque me siento más segura esto sea llevado a cabo con la debida respeto que merezca cada ser humano.
I am renewed. I walk with confidence. I walk strong. I walk strong because I'm not alone anymore.